that you would like to see done in the city of Killeen that's not already happening now? I'll start with you, Scott.
Well, I think jobs is our #1 issue, and the way I think that we need to address that is by collaborating with Fort Hood and the university and looking for opportunities to bring research in the fields of medical and defense and energy, and all of those are opportunities that are before us now. But the top issue that I would like for us to do is get this highway, US 190, designated as an interstate. And I've been working very hard on that for a couple of years already. That has been a huge hindrance to our ability to bring large businesses and corporations and industry to our community, because you can't make it past the first round of a cut if you're not on a designated interstate. We have already met with the executive director of TxDOT, and we are on our way to making that happen and come to fruition. That's my #1 issue.
My #1 issue is, again, the creation of jobs. I'm going to go about it a little bit different than my opponent. What I want to do is I want to get together a summit immediately upon taking office that brings the best and brightest minds in the United States together. Other cities are growing jobs. Killeen is not. And I want to, with the downsizing, with military jobs at Fort Hood, with unemployment going up in our community, with sales tax going down, we have to do something different than what we're doing now. Business as usual just won't cut it anymore in Killeen. We have to go and do things a different way. I'd like to see us leverage some money that's currently going into economic development, possibly through funds like the Texas Enterprise Fund and some of those, to bring jobs in. But we need to position ourselves, as Mr. Cosper said, we need to position ourselves to be ready for that. It takes job training. We need to have the training in place so that we can fulfill those jobs when they come. But tomorrow I'm going to Waco to talk to a group who is interested in bringing 90 jobs to the city of Killeen. And those are the kind of things that I believe we as citizens, each of us in this room, have an obligation to be an ambassador for the city of Killeen, to go out and to try to get people to come to Killeen, take a look at Killeen, and come here to create new business and new job opportunities.
And you asked me what my #1 priority is. It's actually 3 priorities. One is certainly to diversify our economy so we're not dependent. We can lose people at Fort Hood as easily as we can gain them. However, I hoped as mayor to work with Louis to be able to help out Fort Hood as much as we can, because what happens at Fort Hood happens here in Killeen. It's very important to meet at the general staff meeting every week and talk the talk, walk the walk, see what can be brought to Killeen. #1 priorities, of course, are jobs. That's why we should offer tax-free zones to build our airport, to try and bring Southwest to Killeen. Of course, build an interstate to circle Killeen. And crime. We have the highest crime rate in Texas. We've had it for 20 years. We're doing nothing about it. We have to do something about it. Parapolice more and get administrators that are competent. And we don't have that now, or we wouldn't have the crime. We've had the same police chief 8 years, and he's been, we've had a higher crime rate every year. This is intolerable. And the last thing is our traffic situation, which is impossible. We need a dedicated traffic engineer that does nothing but unsnarl our gridlock. Otherwise, businesses can't grow. And the very last thing, and the most important probably, is a business climate that's positive toward business. Our sales taxes are decreasing precipitously to the Cove and to the Heights, and that's because our city is no longer friendly to business. It needs to be. We need to offer tax-free zones. We need to be able to bring people to Killeen. And that's what I propose as mayor. Thank you.
Okay, your next and last question is, as the mayor, how will you promote unity on the council? Again.
For there to be unity on the council, I believe that we need to have a commonality of purpose. I believe that we need to meet and discuss the problems and the issues of the city. We need to do that not just at the city council meetings, but we need to have other meetings as well to discuss those issues. Not things that are on the agenda, but things that are not on the agenda. Open meetings where we invite the public in to talk to us and to tell us their concerns. Call them town hall meetings or whatever you want to call them. But I believe that if we do that, and as long as we have done our homework as council people, as mayor, if we've done our homework and we've researched the issues, both sides. Currently, what happens in many instances, we get one side or we get the other side, or that's what happened when I was on the council. So I spent a tremendous amount of time researching to get the other side. And I believe that you have to have both sides to be able to make a fair and biased vote. When you do that, then you'll see much less infighting. You'll see much less 6-1 votes or 5-2 votes. You're going to see a unity that has not existed at all times on the council. When I was on the council, a lot of times I was on the one vote. And I felt like I was right, just like everybody who votes feels like that their position is right. But I believe it takes leadership. I believe it takes a full-time mayor, the one that's going to stand there, and we're going to spend every day, all day, amongst the people, finding out the problems that exist. But we need not to just listen. We need to hear. So many times people listen to what the citizens are saying, but they don't hear what they're saying. I want to be the full-time mayor in the city of Killeen. I want to hear what you have to say. I want our plan, our vision to become a reality. It's not Dick Young's plan. It's not any one person's plans. It's ours, and together with teamwork on the council and in the citizens, we can make it happen.
Okay, what was the question again? I forgot.
As the mayor, what would you do to promote unity on the council?
I think it's very important to promote unity on the council, have our, you know, the mayor, as you know, doesn't have a vote, but he does talk to the council members, and he does try and foster unity, which is very important. And the council, of course, and the mayor come together, and they hear the citizens. I wish we had a office for the mayor and an office for the council that they could actually meet the citizens. We seem to have a bureaucracy that's taken over, and the elected officials need to take their power back, because we represent you. They don't represent you. And in doing this, I think you have to be congenial, and you have to be able to have a sense of humor. And I think that's been sadly lacking in the past. I'll try and provide that. In the end, I think we have to look at maybe changing the charter and make a strong mayor, strong council in the future. Like we're the 12th largest city in Texas, and we govern ourselves like we were Killeen in 1940 with 2,000 people. It's ridiculous. The other 11 cities that are larger all have paid mayors, paid city councilmen to serve the people all the time. We don't, and it shows. It shows in our business climate, it shows in the way our city looks, it shows in the whole attitude about Killeen, it shows in the voters who 1 or 2% participate in the voting, which is outrageous. They've lost confidence in the government. And I want to restore confidence in our city government. All politics are local, and we've lost our sense of local government. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you how we bring unity to the council, and that's through thorough discussion, a true understanding of what the priorities are and what the majority of the council, what direction they want to go. And there has to be a buy-in. The council and the elected officials need to operate as a family, and they need to be a team. That is how you get unity and buy-in among your elected officials, by listening to the people and bringing that forward into your discussion, and as a group, collectively deciding what your priorities are and what your way ahead is. Okay?
I want to thank you. Now we're going to give you 2 minutes to close, and after that,